Suffering is not a competition. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Please subscribe to the channel. The title of the Baldwins' second episode, "It's Really Complicated," is a pretty substantial understatement. The Baldwins can finally discuss the extent of the 2021 Rust set shooting and how it changed their lives after introducing Alec, Hilaria, and their menagerie of kids and animals in the season opener. The fact that the tragedy dominates the first half of the series, as TLC has verified and intended, puts the program on an odd path of attempting to investigate who is most affected in the wake of the disaster. Outside of the kooky big family dynamics and brief Baldwin-related career retrospectives, the Baldwins focuses on the twofold suffering of the family, how the Rust tragedy impacted Alec personally, and how the ramifications of it continue to impact the rest of the family. That Alec suffers from obsessive-compulsive disorder is a point of interest in the first episode, mostly demonstrating that having OCD and 7 kids is inadvisable. Noted. But the show's deep dive into Alec's post-traumatic stress disorder and subsequent depression makes for heartfelt, if not grim, viewing. To that end, The Baldwins is a somewhat compelling exploration of grief and the ways in which Alec seems incapable of ever shedding the weight of what he witnessed and did, regardless of intent. He moves through his Hamptons house like a ghost, bags heavy under his eyes. In a television landscape rife with true crime and routine cases, it's rare to see a representation of someone grappling with their role in an accidental death. When Hilaria, her voice thick with tears, details that Alec told her he didn't want to be alive anymore in the days following the shooting, her pain feels as raw as it did 3 years ago. Beyond the heady emotional appeals from Hilaria and Alec, there's the clear conversation around the looming trial in New Mexico. The trial occurred in July 2024 and found Alec acquitted, but in the show's timeline, we are still in the weeks leading up to his court dates, and the framing of the episodes treats this obligation like a monster hiding in the closet. Alec's trial in New Mexico is coming up. Hilaria explains, and that's a scary thing to go through when you have 7 kids right behind you that you're supposed to be maneuvering. She's not wrong. But Hilaria continues to weaponize the family as a reason against his sitting trial. That a father of so many children can't be taken away from them, regardless of the circumstances. It's true that Alec did not know what his fate might be at the time of filming, but too many confessionals and staged conversations exploit and overwhelm the viewer with his family's belief that the court is treating him unjustly. In a to-camera confessional, Hilaria tells a story about their eldest daughter, Carmen, 11, asking about her father's forthcoming departure. She said, "When Daddy goes to New Mexico, do I have to say goodbye to him? Do I have to say goodbye to him for a long time? Should I say goodbye to him in a special way because I might not see him for a long time? Because they're trying to take my daddy away from me." And I said, "Yeah, you should." Hilaria explains, the Baldwins is torn between the fact that Alec and his family are not the people who suffered most in the Rust tragedy, and that, for the record, they did suffer a lot. That suffering is clear and apparent, even without Hilaria explaining to the camera that their daughter is afraid they will take her father away. Who is they? How have they communicated what is happening to these children? For all that the Baldwins claims to be family-focused, we see Alec and Hilaria in only 2 modes, lightly scolding their myriad children for age-appropriate misbehavior, or enjoying a nice outing or day at home while constantly reminding everyone of the circumstances of that enjoyment. It almost seems as though any genuine pleasure this family has is meant to be taken as direct perseverance of the injustice they've suffered, rather than, say, family bonding. The far more straightforward scenario is suggested by the tone of Hilaria and Alec's conversations regarding their kids' limited comprehension of the incident. Explaining it to kids is one thing, but feeding the show's purportedly older audience is quite another. In a show where the subjects attempt to claim they are not dealing with the worst of it, the confessionals or staged adult conversations, in which the Baldwins remind the audience of what they have gone through, diminish the scale of what went wrong on the Rust set and consume much too much oxygen. in a straightforward manner. They admit that they are not the true victims. However, Helena Hutchins' family does not have a show to dispute all of this. The Baldwins do. Not only does the show's film depict the Baldwins' constant, unrelenting pain, but their own account of what happens to them also conveys a tactlessness. Their lives are difficult due to primarily uncontrollable situations, but their ongoing influence on the audience makes watching the episodes a true endurance test. Suffering is one thing, but exacerbating it is quite another. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.